everybody. Boy, social media is something else, I tell you. So, the bad side of the coin I was talking about yesterday. I swear to God, Twitter must be like the Florida of social media. I mean, it is seriously a monstrous garbage can. I'm on there, and for some reason, I don't know, somebody retweeted something, right? And I've been on Twitter for a little bit, but it's just because I follow a few people, and then, you know, some semi-political people that I follow now for some reason. And there's a professor, apparently, who, I mean, who's just going off. He's an old white guy, obviously hardcore, you know, liberal socialist, going off about, you know, how that girl from NBC, can't remember, Savannah, I think, she was interviewing somebody, and he's talking about, like, you know, this white person talking to this other white privileged person, like, just going on, like, whitey, like, they should sit there and just, like, spend all their time on national television apologizing because they're white. It's like, what planet are we on? Like, weren't we supposed to be past this? I don't care, like, what color, what, you know, race, occupation, sex, what it is. Why in the hell is it acceptable for anybody to be put into a box and demonized? And I know I'm the most demonized, right? I'm a white male. At least I'm not old, right? If I was an old white male, then I'd really be on the shit list. But anyways, yeah, so that's, you know, that's popped up on my Twitter feed. I'm like, glad I'm engaging again. But I didn't engage that one, thank goodness. It's something else, man, I tell you. I've never, this is something that we'll all look back on and just go, holy shit, that was a really, really dysfunctional period of time. I mean, it's honestly, it's like Trump's been president now for 2 years, and it just gets worse, this crazy backlash. But I'm not talking like typical Democrat, liberals, you know, people you can have a conversation with. I'm talking about that far socialist crazy side, which unfortunately turns out to be a lot of professors this day and age, apparently. It's just nuts. It's nuts. Anyway, so that's my, you know, welcome back to social media highlight there. This is Guy Talk. This is day 2. I said I was gonna do. I said I was gonna maybe try to do it live, and I haven't yet. I have to do a bunch of tests because literally Time Warner cable is on the other side of my cul-de-sac street. They won't run the cable underneath, so I don't have good internet. It's like, have to get a view of the top of a mountain. It's like some microwave laser thing they shoot over. So I'm not sure how consistent the connection will be. I actually have to run 2 internet services, one for my wife so she can be on the internet and do the things she wants to do, and then one for me so I can, you know, have adequate internet in the office. It's ridiculous. Hopefully at some point we can get some cable internet over here. Moving past that, one thing I forgot to mention yesterday in the video is kind of important detail why I'm doing this. Also, the whole, you know, my wife full-time living from home, making an attempt to do that is also because we might want to sell the house and get an RV and travel around the country and really find out where we want to raise our family. And obviously you can't do that, you know, unless you're just like sitting on a ton of cash or something. You have to be able to pay the bills. And even if you have a bunch of money, you still want to be able to pay the bills. You don't want to be draining capital as you're, you know, going on that adventure. So yeah, I thought that was an important detail that I did leave out today. I mean, it's obviously getting late now. I'm trying to just take another quick glance at the markets. Bitcoin's still kind of in the shitter. We're looking at, right now, it's still hovering around the 36, just under 36 USDT price on Binance. Anybody out there who's crypto fans, but you just want to like buy and kind of hold, if that's something you want to do, you know, once we break through 4,400, we can say maybe we've started a new upcycle. Until then, we have a seriously high chance of at least going down to the 3,150 lows from late last year, and then possibly going down to like the $2,800 range. And hopefully there would be a really solid support zone, but who knows. So it's a tread lightly zone for sure. But the important stuff, the Amazon FBA, still haven't picked a product. So I'm using Jungle Scout and Amazal, and if you've gotten into Amazon FBA at all, you know what both those services are. They're basically a bunch of analytical tools to try to figure out high probability of sales on a product you might choose or might want to create and introduce into the marketplace. And it's gotten to the point now I'm going to actually have a powwow late tonight. Let's see, it's 8 now, so yeah, I'm probably going to be up till like midnight, but trying to wrap all this up. I'm going to powwow with her and just kind of re-target down on something that we can make a definitive decision on, because it's basically like the crawl before you walk sort of thing, and everything tells you that you want to run. You just want to get a product and you want to go, and then but you got to make the decision. Are you going to start branding right away? Or are you going to just get a product out there, you know, even if it's not like a great product, but just get through the motions and understand the system, and that way your mistakes are all made on a product that is not your brand, right? So if it fails miserably, you can just kind of push that aside, learn from your mistakes, and relaunch, which is, I think, where we're going to end up going. I just think it's better, like, because if it's the first process, if it's my first time through and I'm stamping like a long-term brand name on it, and it fails miserably and I totally screw it up, and not because the product sucks, but because, you know, whatever it is, my keyword analytics, my, you know, advertising campaigns, whatever it is, if I fail miserably on that, on a brand name product, then you almost have to like scratch the brand. So don't think I'm going to do that. But you know, it's nauseating trying to go through all these products to figure it out. With that said, you know, we're going to get it wrapped up here shortly. My little timeline I set in my head is running out, so I gotta rock it out. Learning a bunch every day. It is definitely the coolest opportunity for sure, and I know people have been doing Amazon now for a few years, but Amazon's like, it's 89% of shopping still done in retail stores, right? And Amazon's still, I think, at 26% growth or something last year. So they, you know, they continue to grow. More and more shoppers continue to go to their platform, and then obviously introducing in more and more countries. So obviously Canada and the UK have big Amazon markets, and then they're going to be, you know, obviously all the world at some point is going to be a large opportunity for Amazon. So that's, you know, that's the process that we're going through. Super stressful day. That's why I'm late to making this video. It just, you know, it's been one of those days. My wife's had this little miniature Yorkie for over 11 years now, and it's, yeah, something's up with it. We're not sure, so obviously that's put her in a pretty bad mood today, and it's tough to have an animal that's been with you for that long just not doing very good. And hopefully, you know, that's something we can get past, and it can be, you know, it can be healthy, because it is a small dog. So I mean, generally they can live a little bit longer. If it was like my German Shepherd or something, and it was 11 years old, it'd be kind of like, well, that's generally when they die, right? So hopefully I'll keep you updated, see how that goes. But you know, that's been another emotional hurdle the last day or two. But we're gonna keep plugging away and talk more about some personal goals and things like that, and try to keep it fresh as possible for you guys. And I'll start putting you guys on one of the computers here, and we'll do some screenshots and stuff if I need to go through some of the like Amazon FBA tools, like I said, Jungle Scout or Amazal, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, I appreciate it. I will be back again tomorrow, and I'll keep working on trying to figure out the live thing and see if my internet capacity allows for it. Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye.